Sweet Tooth by Ian McIan. No, really, that's his name. Isn't that awesome? It's Ian and then his name again, but with a Mick. It's awesome. It's kind of like a Sour Patch Kid. First it's sour, then it's sweet. Unfortunately, the sour side of it is a bit too sour. Like, so sour, I cannot honestly recommend this book to you guys without being guilty. The sour part of Sweet Tooth is just a little too sour for me. In fact, it's so sour, it has a college-age girl falling in love and having an affair with a college professor. Gross. Sweet Tooth by Ian McIan is a story about a young woman who ends up becoming a spy. And it's not like a fun kind of spy either. It's literally the boring, like, she works at a desk most days spy work. Like, it's realistic spy work, and that's not fun in fiction. And you know, as a result, it doesn't actually pick up any speed or plot points or anything interesting until she actually goes out in the field. Basically, since it's set in the Cold War, it's the British intelligence trying to accumulate as much as awesome British arts and culture as they can, and they needed a novelist, so they sent this girl out to go get this novelist, and they fall in love. That part of the book I love. The chemistry and relationship between the novelist that she recruits and the spy is great. And it's super great to see her actually fall in love, deeply in love with this guy, and feel conflicted with the fact that she's a career woman, but she's also in love with this dude. But if she reveals her career to this dude, the relationship's over. But if she reveals her love to this dude to her career's over. It's an awesome dynamic. It's great. And the love letter at the end, it's magnifique. It just sums up everything that I loved about the book, which is the sweet half of the book. But let's go ahead and talk about the sour side of the book, okay? Because that sour side ruins the whole thing. And it's not just the affair with the older 60-year-old professor. It's not just that, okay? That is creepy in its own right. It's the fact that we are often treated to entire pages of just politics in the 1970s. Okay, there's a reason why no one's writing about the 70s these days. It's because everything was terrible. Yeah, so we are treated to pages and pages of the politics of the 1970s, which is just a delight when you pick up a spy novel and you're like, yes, I definitely want to hear about Cold War era politics in Great Britain. Sounds like a good time to me. And when it's not pages about boring 1970s Great Britain politics, it's pages about her boring job as an office worker for the MI5 and 15. I don't really know or care at this point. So it's just pages of nonsense before you even get to the good meaty bits. And then here's one of the worst parts of the sour part. It's that the sour parts keep cropping up during the sweet parts and just ruining the sweetness of the only good part of this novel. Again, it mostly has to do to my aversion with the fact that this 20-something young college girl with the whole world in front of her decides that she's madly in love and wants to spend the rest of her life with this 60-year-old college professor who gives her nothing. Like, he hates her at some points. And then he dies, and I just believe that we're done with him. We're done hearing about this stupid professor, this perv, and we're not. Okay, he keeps cropping up and he keeps motivating her from beyond the grave to keep going, to keep continuing on with this stupid plot line that's going on, and I'm just tired of it. It's dumb, it's boring, and what even truly grossed me out, Ian McIan, the awesomely named author, apparently this book is a semi-autobiography. So yeah, basically that creepy professor was totally a stand-in for the author, and it's gross. So even though the sweet sections of Sweet Tooth are magnificent and beautiful and just filled my heart and soul, like I felt clean afterwards, however weird that sounds, I cannot, in my right mind, recommend this book just because the sour sections of this book are just way too sour. Like, in the same way my soul and heart feels cleaned after finishing the book, I just have the worst taste in my mouth, the worst sour taste in my mouth every time I think of the sour parts of this book. Ugh. But if you are interested in a spy novel with a fulfilling love story that is just super intriguing and doesn't really have any sour bits in it, instead of The Sour Sweet Tooth by Ian McIan, may I recommend for you Murray Lou's Legend. It's set in a dystopian future. The love story in it is beautiful and it broke my heart in the second book, but that's unimportant, okay? What's important is that this, even though it's not quite a spy novel to heart, it's still an awesome book if you're interested in a love story fueled by political intrigue and somewhat spying. Again, I can't say it's a true 100% spy story, but this was mostly just desk work anyway, so this wasn't really a spy story anyway. This was realistic spying, okay? This is like fun spying. This is fun soldier work and fun. This is fun. This is a good read. This is a great read. So thank you for watching my book review of Sweet Tooth by Ian McIan. Have you read this book? What are your thoughts on it? Or better yet, do you have any better books for me to read? Do you have any good spy novels for me to read? Leave your book recs and book reviews down below. If you want to join the madness and Maddbooks, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. But if you... Wow, I cracked my fingers, okay.